Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the third part of ATM project. Uh, in the last two parts, we have made the basic input functions and for opening a new account. Okay, we will start where we had left. In the last part, I will comment that in the last part we had made ATM menu function where we only made inputs. So right now, according to those inputs, we will generate the ATM functionality. Let me go to that function. I will search here to go to that line where, or I can just control and click here. It will move me to the functions. So wherever the function was used, if you just control key and on click on that function name, it will take you to the source. Okay, so here we are on the source. Then here we input logics here. So according to that input, what functionalities we need our ATM function to do. So let's do that. ATM menu functions. We will use here switch, or you can also use here if and else if statements as well. So we have already used else if and else if statements in our last projects, which was calculator and guess the number game. Here I will use a switch type statements. So we will go through both. So we will be familiar on the both functionalities. Let's start. What we will do in the case of if someone is taking a depositing a money, what the function we will perform. If someone will withdraw the money, what function we will perform. If so all the functionality we will decide here in. And because this is a part of the function, so we will put into the function. I will come here and make an enter, and in this row I will start switch. Sorry, I need to go again because I don't want to miss. Okay, and then I have to switch. What if answer, like it is the parameter, or we can read it as switch if answer dot twice. So what would do, then we will case withdraw money, we will run okay, we need to run here a function of withdraw money, but I believe in case withdraw money, we will run the function of withdraw money, but we still not made any function for withdrawing money. We need to decide that function. So I will make that function also into we will create this function into global state. Go to home. I'll find a place. Before that, implementation, withdraw, and deposit. Okay, so for the withdraw money, for function of the withdrawal, we will make a const withdraw money is equal to, it will be also a async function, because after input we will decide how much amount will be withdraw, so that's why we will use async function. We need to wait an answer. We will also use inquirer here. Const in the prompt, there can be the multiple functions, multiple answers, so we will make an array of object, and here we will write type password, because whenever we need to withdraw, we will make the person to enter a password or pin code to authenticate his withdrawal, so that's why we need a pin here. Okay, here I also need a comma, and what message we will do, message will be for, okay, I will need to do view word wrap so I can see the complete code in one line. I will close this as well, and I will close this as well. Okay, we will go to, just do a control Z. We will come to the previous. Withdraw and deposit. For or just withdrawal? Okay, so that will be the message. And to validate that message, actually we need to validate if the person put the correct pin, then only he can proceed a withdrawal, or the pin that we had made, that he generated on opening his account. So he need to put the same pin number to withdraw his money. So for that we need the authentication, like with the validate function here. So it will be input, same thing, and arrow function validate input arrow function, and we will, okay, why we are getting error here, because we didn't put comma here, so it will be finished, right? So always need to remember to put comma after each object attribute. Okay, here we will make a function here, validate, it will be a cap sign, then backslash d and 4 digits. Okay, dollar sign slash dot test input and parse input 10 is equal to current customer. Okay, not sign dot pin. Okay, if the pin was not correct, I think pin does not exist. Why? Okay, we will check this. I cannot access current customer here, or what? Is it blocks? You can get it here. Current customer. Oh, this dot is error. So current customer dot pin. We have pin here. Okay, it was with the capital P. It's not an optional. Do it with the not sign. Shift 1. Okay. Then what will it say? It will say return true. Or otherwise return authentication failed. The pin is incorrect, invalid. Okay, this is also good. Invalid or incorrect, whatever you want to use, no problem. Invalid is also good. This will be validate the pin. Okay. Next, when if the validation of the pin is correct, so we also want him to tell us how much amount he need to withdraw. We will put it comma and start another object here for another input. This type is also input. Okay, comma. Um, mm, okay, I think we made just Control X. The next object we need to made here. That's why it is showing us an error. So type input and name will be the amount. Comma and message. Message will be enter withdrawal amount. We'll do here like that. And comma. To validate this input, we need to know that if we have that amount or not in our balance. Okay, if we don't have any amount in balance, obviously we cannot withdraw anything, right? So here we also need a validations. So validate. What we need to validate? Input. And how do we validate? We need to get a function, and this will here we will define how it will be validated. So const amount is equal to parse float input. Okay, then what to do? This input we took, and now we will decide if amount is equal to 0 or less than 0. So then what we will decide, and okay, there are two to three validations we need to make here. If amount let's do it is nan. Is nan. case in an amount or amount is less than or equal to 0, right? Both can be done. Less than is not possible, but let it take. Or third, or amount is greater than customer's balance, greater than not equal to current customer balance dot balance. Okay. Then what to do? Show us why it is giving me the error here. Oh, just because I put bracket here, that's why it's showing error. Okay. So return invalid amount. Please enter a valid amount. Okay. So we don't want to embarrass anyone. Said you're out of balance something. We write a universal sentence. Okay. And otherwise return true. Okay, return true means let it withdraw the money. Okay, we will also define here the other functionalities as well. First, after if it is finished, break. Okay. In case of let's make it symmetrical so we can understand what's happening here. Another case, if deposit money we will do deposit and here break. I need to see we had made deposit money yet or not. I will be a bit copy of everything. So what I will do here, I will copy all and paste. We will just remove the values. Oh, change the value, sorry. We'll change it deposit money. Okay, function will be the same. If will be the same here, we'll do the type will be input because if someone need to deposit money, we don't need authentication for pin authentication in it. when he will log in, he will already had the pin authentication. So input will be amount, and enter the deposit amount. Okay. Uh, we need a validation here, but not this one. We need a validation if it is not 0 only. Okay. So we will change it only this part. Okay. So if parameters is none amount, okay, or amount lesser than or equal to 0. Okay. Amount lesser than or equal to 0. Return invalid amount. Please enter a valid amount. Why it is showing me amount? Okay, we will check it after. Okay, then here return true, or if the amount is valid, otherwise just proceed to the function. Okay, let's see what is the error here. Here we need to define const for that. Const amount is equal to or whatever we will have in it is an input. Okay, if no error will be finished. Next, this deposit will be, we had this deposit done, and let's go to the function. Okay, the other case will be a check balance case. So in that case, we will console log simple. We have saved the current balance, so we will just show that your current balance is dollar for the currency and dollar for the $1 is for the currency and other dollar is for literal. Was current customer dot balance. Okay, and close the console dot log bracket. There's no problem. I'll decide to keep it open. If there is any issues in code, we can see problem directly and we can fix it quickly. Okay, so this was a case for checking balance, and once done, we can again return to ATM menu. Okay, next, in case of exit, now we also need to define break here. Okay, in case of exit, console dot log. Better I will do this. Okay, here I need to put the column first, and I will use backtick. In case of exit, we'll just exiting ATM and goodbye. Thank you for using our ATM. And goodbye. Okay, so and we also define the break here and finish our work. I also need to authenticate the user if an existing customer come back to our ATM, so he can authenticate himself and withdraw or deposit amount, right? So for that, we will make a function to authenticate the user. So for that, we will create a const authenticate user function, which will be async function. Spelling mistake. Okay. In this function, we will also, took the inputs from inquirer to authenticate a user. Before that, we will, when a new user will come, we'll do console dot log, and let's use chalk dot yellow. Okay, and I like green. We will just welcome our customer to ATM, right? Welcome to the ATM. And what will be the answers? Wait, inquirer, root, prompt, and for the prompt, you need to make it in array and objects. Okay, we will define here. Let's define type will be input, comma, name will be name, comma, and message will be enter your name. Okay, and that's all. Now define the logic here. Also, we need a comma here, one comma only. Actually, we just combine here and we put our logic here. Const if there is an existing customer, so we need to define an existing customer. We didn't define it before. Is equal to customer dot find where customer is or greater than define here your name is equal to your name is equal to customer dot find. Okay, customer dot name. c.name. Okay. And if no, just define a little bit logic here. Existing customer, then what to do? Okay, we need to authenticate here, right? So we'll be make a new one in answer. Where dot prompt, and for the prompt, normal things that we are doing. We'll take some prompt here. Type is password because we need to take pin. We don't want to show the pin. And name will be pin message. Enter your 4-digit pin. Okay. And to validate it, input here the function to check the validation. Okay, I didn't put comma here, that's why showing error. Same old validate 4-digit validate uh, function that we have made before, we can copy from there as well, or we can just write it down and just /. D will be 4 digits and 4 $, and dot has stored input. No need value. Yes. Or this one return true. Otherwise return in must be 4-digit number. Of the spelling return or okay. Where they asking me for the comma. Here. In column 9166. There was a function. If existing customer enter the incorrect PIN number, so we need to enter the logic for that as well. not field. Answer dot in 10. Then investigation dot in. Why is showing me error here? We need to compare, so we don't need to put it here. Okay, it was with the capital P. That's why it was giving me error. Okay, so we define the parameters. If this is, so what functionality we need, we'll define the function or logic here. If customer is existing customer is equal to the entered pin, then current customer will assign this customer to the current customer. Okay, and we'll run ATM menu. Otherwise, if it is not correct, we need to do else function defined here. Console log. We will show an error. So if I need to use char, I can use the error in red. Okay, and I can sell them authentication failed or something, whatever the message. Okay, authentication fail is incorrect. We will fix the spaces. Okay, we will arrange it again. If the message is incorrect, we can give him another try as well. For giving another try, I will tell him, bro, chalk wrote yellow. Please try again. Okay, and go try again. We again can give them ATM menu. So I will put here main function of ours. Okay, else if the authentication failed again, so then we will out of this function and write else here for the main function. No, for not for the main function, for this function. No authentication is failed again. So we'll tell him so dot log chalk red authentication fail. Okay, and we can ask him as well that you are not an existing customer, and also will give him our main function. All right. Okay, before we continue to main function, we are getting some error here on line number 147. I need to put an extra bracket for the console.log. Okay, so still we need to work on that. Things are working, but there are some errors. In tomorrow video, we will uh, like uh, handle all those errors, and we will fix it more. Okay. Thank you very much for being with me. Take care. Bye.